Well, the whole country went mad on Saturday night as our women's soccer team, the Matildas, won a thrilling penalty shootout against France to secure their place in the semi-final. The New South Wales Premier Chris Minns has now thrown his support behind the Prime Minister's call for a public holiday should the Matildas win the whole tournament. Meanwhile, Victorian Premier Daniel Andrews, who was initially sceptical of the holiday plan, seemed to be getting on board. He tweeted, "Big game needs a bigger stadium. AAMI Park, Wednesday night, be there." However, if you do go to AAMI Park this Wednesday, it will be empty because the semi-final against England will be in Sydney's Stadium Australia instead. What did we expect from the man whose Commonwealth Games budget apparently blew over by billions? Let's bring in my panel, Sky News host James Morrow and Headline Advisory Director Andrew Carswell. Welcome to you both. Andrew Carswell, there has hardly ever been so much national excitement for a sporting match as there is for the Matildas. More than 4 million people tuning in to watch the match on Saturday night.
Oh, it's incredible, Sharri, isn't it? And it's just united every Australian, no matter how passionate you are about sport or not. You are engaged in this process. It's a wonderful performance, and arguably it could lead to the most incredible sporting result that this country has ever faced. But it obviously hasn't stopped politicians trying to get in on the act as well, with public holidays and all sorts of tweets about venues. I tell you what, big venues are good for, big stadiums are good for hosting sport,
Exactly.
not turning up to a stadium and watching a massive sporting contest on the big screen that's occurring in another state. You know what else a big stadium is good for? Hosting the Commonwealth Games.
Good point. James Morrow, I mean, we did see politicians trying to get in the action, as Andrew Carswell said. We saw Anthony Albanese getting onto the field on Saturday night. What do you think about that, and also his call for a public holiday? Do you think this puts too much extra pressure on the women when they've already got so much pressure on them?
Yeah, look, I'm going to be a little bit of a contrarian on this, Sharri, as is my wont. These young women are professionals. They've got their mind focused on the game. And I don't think, that they're going to have any sort of thought about, oh, I can't screw up this goal because, we won't get the public holiday. It'll be because they want to win. They want to win. They're competitors. They want to win. And I don't think anything that the Prime Minister puts out there in terms of a public holiday is really going to change things one way or the other. The one thing I do find interesting, though, in all of this is that you've got so many progressive sort of lefty types who generally would, hate any sort of expression of competitive sport or nationalism or patriotism or something like that, getting behind this. And I guess it's because soccer is sort of European and so on, and this is inclusive because it's with women. So there is a bit of that sort of political element to it, I think. But I think a call for a public holiday. Look, it's a bit of bread and circuses, but I can't see how anybody can be churlish and say no, we can't have that.